Hey guys, what's up? It's me again, Tom from TTT Tom's Tech Time. Over the last years I have traveled many warm places and a drone was always accompanying me. I learned about the struggle heat and sunlight can cause to the gear, but developed simple strategies to keep the flight both comfortable and most importantly safe. Let me share my thoughts with you right here and right now. Leave a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to never ever miss another episode of mine again. Stay tuned and fly safe.
Brutal heat and intense sunlight are enemies of modern technology. Experienced drone flyers in the summer complain of overheated drones, burning hot motors, short flight times, and battery problems, which can be truly dangerous. Most issues though summer pilots will have to face are related to the video transmission and mobile devices used. Lagging video, dropouts, green artifacts on the screen, overheated smartphones and displays that are way too dark and reflect so much that seeing where you're flying and what you're filming is more of a tricky task than of an enjoyment. Let's find out if we can solve all of these issues. Preventing both the drone and its motors from overheating is very simple if you follow some common sense rules. First of all, if you don't have to fly during noon in the hottest time of the day, then just don't do it. Fly during the morning or the evening hours. Not only do they look a whole lot more cinematic, sunrise, sunset, all of that looks very cinematic, but usually you keep the drone very coolish. Always go out in the morning or in the evening and film then, but if you have to or really want to film in the noon when it is really hot outdoors, follow some very basic rules. First of all, when, for example, being on the car, driving towards the location, make sure that the car has a normal room temperature. It should neither be too cold nor too hot. That is the first thing. And once you then unbox the drone and get it ready for the flight, don't place it right into the sunlight. Always find a shadowy spot, put it into the shadow of a tree or of the car or any other obstacle, and make sure that you just don't place the drone right into the sunlight. It can really cause some damage to the electronics, to the battery, etc. Next to that, what we should always keep in mind is that the higher the temperature and the higher the moisture level is, the thinner the air is. That basically means that the propellers have to spin a whole lot faster in order to create the normal amount of lift, which is a very bad effect because it is already very hot and the drone suffers from that. But now the motors even have to work harder. They have to work more. So always keep that in mind and do not empty one battery after another. That is very important. Don't fly and land, put the next battery inside and then the same procedure again. Always let the drone cool down after each flight and make sure to not cool it down in front of the AC of the car, for example, but make sure to cool it down naturally. Again, place it in the shadow and just let it rest for a few minutes before the next flight. The greatest danger to flying drones in the summer is a failure of the battery. Why? Of course, because your drone could crash and you could lose your drone that way or damage it, or even worse, you could crash into someone and harm that person. So let's avoid that. How can we actually avoid that, and what is the problem? The problem is rapid temperature changes in combination with a high humidity level. That can cause condensation to happen inside of the battery, and of course that can cause battery failures. So my hint is very simple. Do not take the drone, including the battery, cool it down right in front of your car's AC, for example, and then put it right back into the sunlight, into the heat, and then fly. That can really break the battery, and in the end, that can of course lead to a crash. So let's avoid cooling down the battery and then bringing it into the heat. That's really not smart. Unfortunately, the flight time of drones in the summer is always lower than in the winter. Again, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, that is because of the atmosphere. That is because the temperature is higher, and if the humidity level is higher, that basically leads to the atmosphere, the air being thinner. That means that the propellers have to spin a whole lot faster in order to create lift, and that is just something we cannot change, even though there are hints and techniques on how to, in general, not only in the summer, increase the flight time of drones, DJI drones. You find a link pointing at the tutorial of mine that covers that topic in the description below the video. Check it out and then fly a little bit longer with these tips, but unfortunately there is nothing very smart I could tell you on how to, just in the summer, enhance your flight time. Contrary to expectations, most problems when flying in the summer do not occur with the drones themselves, but with the mobile devices, the smartphones or tablets that we're using. And that has several reasons. First of all, we need to always keep in mind that our mobile devices really have to work hard. They create a lot of heat while they work hard on receiving and working with the image transmission signal. In order to really give the phone a bit more air to breathe, we should close all applications running in the background, and that is already maybe the only real hint I can give you for the usage of the mobile phones, because sometimes we still receive dropouts, or we even have weird green artifacts all over the screen, and sometimes we even lose our mobile devices. That happened twice to me, twice at the same day, unfortunately, with 2 iPads. And I can't even explain you why this happened, because there is a second problem to the mobile devices, and that is that if you're filming and it is super bright, you just cannot see your screen at all. The screen is just too dark and you just cannot see what you're filming and how you're operating the drone. It is quite annoying. And in order to then see something, I, back in the days, attached a so-named sun hood that is basically a tool to darken the surrounding area so that we can clearly see our monitors. And yes, it works great, and I did not have any problems using it. And under most circumstances, the sun hood really does a good job, and you can find product links to my favorite sun hoods down in the description below the video. But that one day when I was filming at the Dead Sea, unfortunately during noontime, it was really hot for sure, 40 degrees plus. I was flying and flying and flying. I was intensively using my iPads. What happened is that the air inside was warming up and warming up and warming up and could not move. It couldn't get out of the sun hood, and then I lost 2 iPads. Unfortunately, I have learned my lesson the hard way. Again, you can close applications on your mobile device in order to make it work a bit less, and that is the only thing that you can do. But if you're suffering too much in the summer, what I can recommend is I can recommend you to use a device like this one. It is named Crystal Sky, DJI Crystal Sky. It is an external monitor, super bright, either 1000 or 2000 nits. You can always see everything clearly. You're standing in the sunlight and you can still see what you're doing, where you're flying. You can see the whole scenery. You can see how you're maneuvering the drone, and that means too that we do not have to attach a sun hood, because again, there is no need for that. Unfortunately, DJI Crystal Sky is not inexpensive. You can find a product link in the description below, just check it out. And it is a bit bulky. We have the battery back here, and as you can see, in general, it is not as thin as an iPad. But it is really worth it. I think it is even my favorite gadget, my favorite drone accessory. I really love DJI Crystal Sky. It is worth it. So I won't give my DJI Crystal Sky away anymore. But again, if you need to use a mobile device, use a sun hood, but just don't overdo it. Don't go too crazy in the heat and in the sunlight when using a sun hood in order to not lose your device. Let's briefly summarize the information. In general, you should try to fly in the early morning or in the evening hours. Next, you should make sure never to let your gear overheat in the car or direct sunlight. Always pause and let the drone rest in the shadow between flights. And don't cool it down using your car's or home's AC. The rough temperature change could severely damage the batteries. Remove your smartphone from its case to let it breathe, and close all applications besides the drone's app itself. Depending on the budget, either carefully use a sun hood, or even better, use DJI Crystal Sky, the ultra-bright drone monitor. Product links to both can be found in the description below the video. And last but not least, take care of yourself too, and don't risk getting a heat stroke. Thank you guys for watching this video of mine. Now feel free to subscribe and don't forget to leave a thumb up. And now stay tuned, fly safe, and enjoy another episode of mine.